Bray Hubbard taking his game to another level. This is a guy that we got to know at the mullet toss. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty excited about that. How about a ninth SEC game being worth millions of dollars to the TV networks? And is the SEC ready to make that jump? I think I would be. And Bama adding another huge game to the basketball schedule at Madison Square Garden. I'm excited about that. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate Show. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get this party started. Great to see you guys, by the way. I know that's a lot to ask. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, even comment. But you guys aren't Auburn fans. You understand how this works. Let's go. Roll Tide. Roll Tide, everybody, and thank you for being here for the Bama Tailgate Show. And again, it's such a great thrill to talk to you guys every single day as we talk Alabama football. Make sure you watch those videos with Alphonse Taylor Shank, and we love having him on the channel. I mean, what a thrill it is to have a guy that not only was a great offensive lineman, but also a great person, and hear his takes on things. So make sure you go back and watch those videos. All right, let's get right into it right now. Bray Hubbard, we met him at the mullet toss, a monster throw, by the way. And he's a guy that when he started playing for Alabama, when Keon Sabb got hurt, people were like, who is this Bray Hubbard? Started the final 6 games for Alabama in last year's season, and he was honestly actually great. Always in position, knew what he was doing. And Kane Wommack talked about him and said, we are really challenged. We really challenged Bray in the offseason a year ago in the springtime. And basically, he had an okay spring. He had a little bit better fall. And then by the time his name was called as a starter, he came in and had a tremendous production, right? And that's it, man. I mean, like when he was ready to play, he was fantastic. He played in all 13 games for Alabama last year. But when Keon Sabb went down, he was absolutely a beast. And he made such a difference for Alabama. And with Malachi Moore going to the NFL, we know that Hubbard's going to be that guy that Alabama's going to look to. Ocean Springs, Mississippi native, guy that people were kind of just sitting back, like, is this guy going to really contribute? And that's absolutely what he's done. Right. He's a starter on this 2025 team. And he's a guy that takes not just a position on the field, but he's a leadership guy. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, seeing a guy that comes in and makes that much of a difference for this team, understands that you got to be, it's not just about going out there and making tackles, but it's positioning, it's angles. He's done all of that. It's so fantastic seeing what he brings to the table. And honestly, Alabama's lucky to have him. And when you look at the secondary last year, when Kalen DeBoer took over, you're going, man, what are we going to do? Right? We're losing guys here, there, this and that. Coming back this year, you look at the secondary and you're like, hey, this would be pretty productive for Alabama. You feel really confident. And Bray Hubbard's one of those reasons why. So it's pretty awesome to see that. And honestly, I think he's going to end up being a strength on this Alabama defense. Now, I want to remind you guys, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. You don't need a membership to play it. The Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing 18-hole courses right there at Pearl River, an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham. 2 fantastic courses. All right, 9th SEC game could be worth millions of dollars, right? We knew this already. But according to ESPN, that they could increase the payout to the SEC for another conference game, $50 to $80 million annually. Think about that, $50 to $80 million annually for another non-conference game. We saw this during COVID. Bama ran the table with the extra non-conference game, right? Right now they play 8 non-conference games. That's been the way, They play 8 conference games, which has been the way since 1992. And you go from 10 to 12 teams. And then how many teams do we have now? 16, right? With Texas and Oklahoma. Well, it's probably time to add the extra conference game just because people are interested in it. Give us one more game to get fired up about. You know, the non-conference games aren't that exciting, but the conference games are fantastic, right? So I think this is a good thing for the league. Obviously, the TV networks want it. Alabama's already got a really excruciating conference schedule, right? When you look at the fact that they got to play LSU, Auburn, and Tennessee every year, I don't know that there's any other teams in the SEC that have to play that tough of a conference schedule right now. So what you adding Kentucky, you adding South Carolina, it's not going to hurt Alabama that much. It's the other teams that are like kind of skating through, not having to play as tough of a conference schedule. I think this is good for Alabama, and I certainly hope that this happens. Plus, just as a football fan, you know, and part of this to me is getting these selection committees out of having decision-making ability. You know, when they're like, well, this team only lost once, but you look at their schedule like SMU last year and like, who the hell did you play? You know, Bama's got to play at Florida State and Wisconsin this year, plus the SEC schedule. You know, that it's not the same schedule that SMU's playing in that crappy ACC, and then you're not playing anybody in the non-conference. So it's got to be balanced, right, with the way that you're going to judge it. But another SEC schedule game would make, I think, football worth watching for us. And then finally today, Bama versus St. John's is going to be a lot of fun. This is another Nate Oates game that he's put on here. Bama's going to play St. John's. They're going to do it at Madison Square Garden, Saturday, November 8th. This is going to be a ton of fun. I mean, it's just so cool, right? The fact that they're going to play Rick Pitino and St. John's in this game is why we love watching Alabama basketball. Like, they'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, any place. So bring them on. Let's go to New York and let's play St. John's and Rick Pitino, who could be one of the greatest basketball coaches of all time. And I love the fact that Nate Oates isn't afraid to go ahead and schedule this game and play it. The non-conference schedule for Alabama basketball is nothing but fantastic, and this is another example of that. So I'm pretty excited about it. Who would you guys like to see Bama play in basketball? They've played North Carolina. Hey, look, I think all of us would love to see them play Duke. But it seems like they've just been kind of like, look, we'll play Creighton, we'll play Gonzaga, we'll play St. John's, we'll play we'll play North Carolina, we'll play whoever wants to play. And it's helped this program immensely as they've climbed the ladder and become one of the elite programs in college basketball. And this is another game that's going to do nothing but help them. Hey, guys, I want to remind you that we're brought to you by our friends at Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. They take great care of us, and you guys need to take advantage of that as well. Hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham. Table games and slots at Golden Moon and Silver Star Casino. You got, obviously, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta you can play, the Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing golf courses. You don't even have a membership. Geyser Falls, which is the water park. They got a spa. They got it all over there. Take advantage of it. And thank you guys for hanging. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Roll Tide.
To Pearl River Resort.